Investigation now. After 3 U.S. tourists suddenly died on vacation in Belize, the women, all in their 20s, were found dead inside their hotel room. Trevor Ault here with the latest. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, George. Very strange story here. These three Massachusetts women on vacation in Belize, all of them found dead in the same room with no signs of violence or injury. Their family and friends say it doesn't make sense. This morning, the urgent investigation into the mysterious deaths of three American women found dead in their hotel room on a girls' trip at this luxury resort in Belize.
We knew something was going on because we saw the ambulances, we saw the police.
Police say 23-year-old Kutar Nakat, 24-year-old Iman Mallah, and 26-year-old Wafay El Arar were staying at the Royal Kahal Beach Resort. Surveillance footage shows them entering their room Thursday and never leaving. The hotel manager says housekeeping got no response Friday, and they entered Saturday with a master key.
The bodies exhibited no signs of injuries.
Belizean authorities say alcohol and gummies were found in the room, but they're testing for carbon monoxide and other possibilities.
We are at a stage where we cannot definitively see what the cause of death is.
And family and friends in their Massachusetts community tell ABC affiliate WCVB they're stunned.
They were so loved and cherished in this community. It's a tragedy.
Say that there are some signs these three may have gotten sick or even overdosed, but they're not certain, and autopsies are now underway. The State Department says they're monitoring the situation very closely. They're also in touch with the local authorities there.
All right. Thank you, Trevor, so much. Very sad.
Three United States women on vacation. You guys heard the story right there. Found deceased in their room. They got the footage. They went to the room. They didn't come out in their 20s. So sad, so young. To DIE, man. Real talk. Prayers out, RIP. But what really happened? You know, I remember some years back, 4 years, 5 years? I can't recall exactly. Hit the comments and let me know if you remember this. There was a few different stories hitting in the news about tourists passing away in just real mysterious ways, under real just suspect circumstances, like what we're talking about here. Just found deceased in their room, and it was in the DR, Dominican Republic, and if I remember correctly, I think that it ended up being poison, or they were poisoned or something like that. Do you guys remember? Like, tap in, comment. You always have to be careful when you're on vacay, man. You know, like, not knocking other countries or anything. I'm not looking at other countries in an arrogant way, no question. Believe you me, I've lived in the USA my whole life, but I see beyond the propaganda, you know, and I'm just not an arrogant person, but I'm pointing out that, like, a lot of countries are a lot better than you may think. You know, we see things in many ways through a propagandized lens at all times. That's a whole nother conversation, but tap in and let me know if you know what I'm talking about. But other countries where, you know, a lot of individuals may not be living in the best of circumstances, or times are hard, basically. Americans on vacation, or just individuals on vacation, are known as money or hit a lick. You know, I mean, that happens in the US of A, in tourist areas, you know, like, and isn't it so odd in the US, every tourist section is bordered by a hood, you know what I mean? And a lot of people coming around trying to get that tourist money. Everything's double the price, and you know, there's just money to be made. People are in town looking to spend money. But that's what's so crazy about this situation. I'm just saying that when you're on vacay, that you always just got to be extra safe. Think about it all, you know. But in this situation, nothing like that happened. You know, they didn't get got in a way like that or anything from what we know, unless what I'm thinking is happening is those gummies that they're talking about are like, you know, you heard them, sometimes they're resold. Maybe someone's buying them, trying to split one bag into two and hit a lick, you know, raise the money up. And I'm wondering if that happening in the past, if there was ever that they were laced with fentanyl or something like that, man. You know, like, I wonder if some grimy son of a bitch is out here just buying regular gummies and lacing them with fentanyl or something, you know, and some 20-year-old girls who just are looking to get high off some bud or whatever, get a death pack. You know what I mean? Because aside from that, that would be that they were like, you know, y'all feel what I'm saying? That crime and, you know, horrific things happening are flucked up, and you never want to see that happen. But in a lot of instances, when it comes to crime, unless we're speaking about just some sick, evil demon that just wants to hurt people just for the sake of hurting people, like a psychopath, sociopath demon, that's one thing. Or in crime, in other ways, there's like, you know, things go wrong or someone's trying to rob someone or something like that. But in this instance, it's just like 3 women in their 20s are just go to their room and die. And I don't know, like nothing's adding up. There's no motives or anything else like that to really make of it and take from it. And I'm feeling like those gummies probably are the culprit, especially since they were expressing that they have had issues with that before, you know. And then you hear carbon monoxide poisoning, which I highly doubt that, right? If that was the case, wouldn't rooms close by on the same floor, someone else, or I mean, like what? They were running a generator in a room, of course. Like, I highly doubt that's what it is. I'm thinking it's these gummies, you know, and they're mentioning it right there on the news. And I don't know, man. It's a terrible situation. We definitely got to follow this case up. But do you guys feel me? I know I'm kind of rambling and stambling on a bit, but I'm just looking at this from all perspectives. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you go out of the country, no question, you got to be safe. A lot of crimes happen to a lot of people on vacay. They, you know, you're known to have money. Americans, a lot of people look like Americans got dough, but like so often, like there's been instances where people got hemmed up and like ransomed, and they're like, yo, I'm not no millionaire, you know, like you're snatching up the wrong individual. But just kind of from covering this from all angles and everything, like there doesn't seem to be anything that could have happened except for them getting them bad gummies. And it's so foul and so flucked up, this whole Fenty Wap crisis. You know, it's like I was talking about propagandized stuff. I mean, listen, y'all, I think everyone's been known that the WAR on D-Rugs is BS and has been, and it's a big money maker in so many ways, and just carves out its own industry, adjacent industries and jobs and revenue streams in so many ways. It's redonkulous. But then what's never made any sense about this whole Fenty Wap thing to me is the fact that, like, supply and demand, customers, just everything behind business, getting money, hustling, selling D-Rugs. Like, why would they put something on the market that's gonna just kill off a bunch of the customer base? How can they continue to come back and make more money? You know, it's just also twisted, also confusing. And then to me, there definitely seems to be some kind of agenda going down behind that, the Fenty Wap crisis. You know, it just makes zero sense. Everyone's gonna die off, and you know, it keeps going down. It keeps happening. You know, like, why is that? You know what I mean? Sometimes I just like to take a step back and look at everything and try to take it for what it is, you know? So again, forgive me for rambling and stambling, but yeah, man, some ain't right, some ain't adding up about it all. And I definitely, again, I'm going to check this case for updates. Hit the comments again and let me know what you think about it all, if you believe it is indeed something to do with those gummies as well. And also, if you remember that situation in the DR, I think there was, like, if I'm not mistaken, 3 deaths within a couple month time period. And I remember in, like, one situation, I think the mini bar was open and maybe someone took a drink of a bottle of liquor and died, and it was poison or something. Like, if I remember correctly, I think, like, I was talking about crime and the way it happens, and, like, you know, a lot of times, even though situations are flucked up, people have a reason that they're trying to commit crimes where things go awry, you know, but then you got just those sick bastards that just really truly want to do nothing more than just hurt people. And I think that that's what that was. Again, if I'm not mistaken, you know, let me know if you remember, but that's going to do it for this one. Let's talk it up on it. Do you agree? Do you concur that that's what it's got to be? And, you know, share your overall thoughts across the board. Good looking outfits happening. You know, coffee talking it up with me. And drop 2 coffee emojis if you made it this far in the video. I'm up out of here. RIP to those young ladies, man. So sad, so twisted.